Hey guys, my hair's a little bit of a mess. That's because I was just improvising, which is kind of what the video is about. Well, kind of. Because for a while now I have been wanting to make more music, more songs, but it's been challenging. Ignore that sound. Sam's in here and he's got a toy. So it's been challenging because I come up with a concept pretty good. I finish it, and then I go back. Sometimes I don't even finish it, and I go over it to make sure it's what I want on something that I enjoy, and then I end up not using it 90% of the time. Well, more like 98% of the time, but I end up not using it. Because it's sometimes it's pretty decent, but I'm not feeling it, I'm not really getting a vibe. And that's kind of what I look for, is a song that I can vibe to, because for me, I always try to make my song something that I can dance, or at least lately anyways. Something that I can listen to and immediately just start improvising, no problems, and actually connect with. Something, not even connect with the words or the meaning, just kind of something I can vibe with, no problems, that sort of thing. And then I would like to take Sam's toy from him so I could film, but he's happy right now, and so he's happy and distracted, so we're leaving. But I feel like I just, it's hard for me to actually make a song that I actually love. And so, for some reason I went I'm just gonna improv, and now Sam wants me to throw his toy. Yeah. I went I'm gonna come in my bedroom, I'm gonna mess on whatever it is. It's supposed to be an aerialist dance hand, but I looked it up and I don't really know what it is because it's too skinny to be one. It's the material, everything seems great, except for it's way too skinny to be one. And when I get my allowance, not this month, but next month, I'm gonna actually get a real one and not whatever this is. And I'll keep this and use it as a prop. Just for random improv things. Or if I ever just need a prop. Of my choice. Because I have used it as a prop before, and there's a lot of potential and a lot that I can do with it as a prop, and it's really fun. So I was just I'm gonna go on it. Anyways, I'm just gonna kind of figure something out. Sorry, he wanted me to throw his toy. And he decided it's playtime. And that's fine. It's fine because this morning he skipped out on playtime. Because he was busy. He was just busy trying to sleep on my mom's lap. And yes, he was tired. And that's something about Sam, is that with Sam there's sometimes, there's some mornings, that he'll get up no problem, he'll wanna, I play after I finish eating, that whole thing. Don't worry, he's playing, guys. See, and that was because he wasn't happy there for a second. Because I was just I had his toy, and he was I like my toy, I want my toy. So, I got a film, but I'll play with you afterwards, okay? He's giving me the look, I'm no, I'm with playtime now. But anyway, I was just messing around, kind of just nodding and controlling myself. I was Like, I was going on the dance hammock, I was doing whatever, I was essentially just letting my body do whatever it wanted to do. If it wanted to just swing on the dance hammock, or whatever it is. Like, I'm just letting it, like, kind of like improv. And that's the thing, is with me and improv, I don't think too much. When I'm improv, I just let my body do what it wants to do. It's like I'm aware of what I'm doing, but I'm not controlling it. I'm not, like, trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to nail something. I'm just letting myself explode. And it's, like, a lot of fun. And also, like, I'm catching a vibe. I'm going with it. But I, like, did that for, like, a little bit, which is a lot of fun. And I kind of been doing that a lot more lately. I'm just, like, I don't even know what to say. Kind of like improv, but it's not all dance related. It's just kind of movement. It's, like, and it changes so much. Like, 1 second I'll be like just swinging on, like, whatever it is. It's supposed to be a dance hammock, but it's too skinny to be one. We're gonna call it the piece of fabric, because I don't know what. And it's just, like, kind of swinging on it a little bit. The next minute I'm standing up, holding on, like, spinning on it. Like, then the next second I'm like, I don't even know. I'm using it kind of just to, like, hold me back. Like, I'm literally standing on the ground with it, like, I'm just kind of like this. Like, it basically just, like, it starts off around here, I would say. And then I'm basically attempting to, like, run or, like, walk on and go as far as I can while it's pulling me back a little bit. Don't worry, it's not hurting me. It's just, like, kind of like a resistance band resisting me from, like, getting to the door. And, like, the next minute I'm, like, it's constantly changing on what I'm doing. And then, so I did that, and it was a lot of fun. Then I was writing in my diary, because it's been a little while, and it's just, like, so I did that. I wrote an entire, like, page and a half, I want to say, which is pretty good for me, considering I hate writing. I'll play with you in a minute. I get a feeling he's about to bark. Sorry, headphone users, because I feel your pain. And I'm a headphone user, and this is open, and I didn't even realize it. I open this when sometimes when I'm dancing or just improv. I'm gonna put it back in my shirt. So, like, it constantly, like, then after I did that, it's just constantly, like, just me, just having, like, fun for no reason. And I, like, did that. I moved the ballet part back where it goes, because what I do is when I'm on the dance hammock, I'm gonna say piece of fabric, and I pull it out so I can actually go on it, and then I, like, because I'm just gonna show you simpler, like, it goes way over there, so I pull it out so I can actually, like, go on the piece of fabric, and then I, like, when I'm done, I put it back. That way I have more space over here to actually just dance and improv. And so, something, like, clicked. I don't know what it was. Something changed. Like, I have been back and forth on concept after concept. I come up with a concept. Sometimes I can't figure out words for it. Sometimes I just end up changing, like, concept on music. And so finally, really, something clicked. I literally, like, came over to, like, the main area, best place to dance. Stood there for, like, I would say like 2 seconds. Not even, like, nothing going through my head. Like, I'm not even thinking, like, literally the only thing I'm like, thinking about is Sam. Because I like to see Sam, and he looks cute. Sorry, I love my baby Sam. I love you. And so, like, I was just, like, kind of, like, noticing Sam. Oh, he looks cute and happy. Like, that's great. Yeah, he hears me talking about. And then his ears are like, what, you're talking about me? Ew, I like this. And so I'm gonna yawn it on now and lay down. And so, like, nothing really going through my head. And I don't know if I opened my locket then or if I had it open from yesterday. Because I can't, like, here's the thing. Like, a lot of the time, I'll, like, open my locket, and it's like, I think I opened it. Yeah. Like, I'll just, like, randomly open it when, like, I'm dancing or something. And for those who don't know, if you are new, I'm gonna show you my locket. There used to be a Tinkerbell locket. But then, I had it for so long, and I wear it so much that it no longer has Tinkerbell on it. Kinda. Like, and that nor the paper is really old. Well, it's old, but not old enough to, like, fold. Like, this piece of paper is over 1 year old. But also, since sometimes water gets, like, I constantly wear this locket. Like, I literally wear it, like, 24/7. Like, when I'm taking a bath, I, like, still have it on. Like, the only time this locket really ever comes off, readjusted. And the only time this locket ever really comes off is when I have a spine appointment. Like, what I mean by that is, like, and that is because of the fact that, like, I have to, like, get x-rays every single time. And so, like, I have to, like, take it off while, I have to, like, take it off while I get x-rays, and then it, like, comes back on. And it kind of, I don't know, like, I don't know what to say about it, but this was actually a locket that my mom was going through a bunch of, like, her jewelry one time, and she was just going through and a bunch of stuff that, like, she doesn't wear, or things that, like, she thinks I would like, that sort of thing. She just, like, gave to me. And then, like, this locket was one of those things. It used to have Tinkerbell on it, but because I wear it so much, and eventually, like, there's no more Tinkerbell on it. And, well, I had it, and it was completely empty, like, when my mom gave it to me, like, and then, not last year, but, like, the year before last, during, like, I want to say, like, the summer or spring. It was the spring that, wait, no. Oh, wait, it's been that long. Oh, no. Okay, it was the year before last. I was getting last year and the year before mixed up. But anyway, like, Bella was down for, like, I think, like, spring or summer, like, sometime in, like, July. Yes. Like, yeah, so, like, summer, and she saw that I had this locket and that nothing was in it, and she said, and why don't you put a W in it? And I'm like, why? Or, like, I went, like, that's a great idea. I didn't say why, but, like, I said, that's a great idea, because I'm not going to say anything other than that. Like, I'm not saying my crush's name or anything. I will say it starts with a W. And so now, like, I have W's constantly, like, in my life. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I somewhere, can't remember where. Oh, wait, over there. Way over there, I have a W on my wall. Like, I can put W's. Like, it represents my crush. Like, when I think of the letter W, I think of my crush. And, like, his name and that sort of thing. And so, she had the idea to put a W in it. So, I cut a little, like, piece of paper, a little, like, heart-shaped. And then I took a mechanical pencil and I drew a W on it. And then I took some double-sided tape and stuck it in the locket. And I am constantly wearing this locket. And so it's like I'm always carrying a part of him with me, like his spirit or something or whatever. Like, it's always like it's just something that I like. It's like a piece of him is with me. I mean, even though I have not found him yet. Well, I haven't, I found him again, is what I mean. Because, like, obviously I know him, like, that sort of thing. And obviously, like, we have met. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I didn't notice something about my ring light until today. Like, I noticed that there's a little, like, screw inside or something, and for a minute I thought was, I thought it was a bag, but it's not. I said that quietly because if Sam hears that word, he freaks out because he knows that I'm scared, and he starts, like, barking and, like, go, like, and trying to let, like, my dad know so we can get taken care of. But, like, anyways, the point is that I was improving, and, like, before I started, like, I was standing there for, like, 10 seconds. I think I opened my locket, and then, and I literally just thought in my head of, like, I kind of imagined, well, I don't know what happened, like, I just started improving, like, I just started improving letting my body do what it wanted, like, whatever movement it wanted, and it, like, got really interesting. And so letting my face do whatever emotion it wanted. Like, even if I wasn't feeling those emotions in that moment, my face wanted to do them, so I did them. And randomly in my head the entire time, I was also, like, improvising a song. Like, literally, like, in my head, like, I somehow was, like, singing in my head, like, a song that, like, I came up with, like, on the spot. Everything was improv. Like, and then by the end of it, I realized I came up with the concept. I came up with the concept for a song. Now, I have not really worked on the song, considering I did this, like, right before I started filming. Sam, I love you. I love you, baby. But anyways, that's great because now you guys will get a song. I don't know when. I have no clue when. I know it can be a little while because, again, I want the song to be something I vibe with. Like, I want to catch a vibe and run with it and explode with it. I'm also, here's the thing, and I was thinking about choreography and, like, choreographing something. But then, I, was really thinking about it, and I'm like, first up, I kind of want to work on the actual song. I'm not forcing myself to work on it. When I come up with, like, a line, I'll put it down. Like, I'll add it to the song. And then, I'll, like, try to, like, memorize the song. Also, I made the decision because that I may or may not like DM it to myself instead of writing pen and paper, because I like actually, like, fun fact, me and anything school related, we do not, we're not friends. And like, I like school related stuff, I get bored with. It's like, for me, like, reading, boring, in my opinion. Like, this isn't me trying to offend anyone. Writing, boring, in my opinion. Math and science, boring. And both boring. Like, anything school related, essentially, I find boring. Now, the weird thing is, like, texting or, like, DMing, like something like that, I don't mind as much. So, for me, yes, don't worry, I do school, don't worry. Even though it's boring in my opinion, I know the importance of it, and I still do school. Plus, like, I still do school, and part, like, it's important, and I have to, like, that sort of thing. And don't worry, I behave in school. I'm homeschooled. And because my parents told me that they were like, when I first, like, started, like, hardcore taking the dance classes again, they're like, okay, you know that you're still gonna have to do school and stuff, but, and you start, like, not behaving in school or not cooperating in school, you're grounded, you're not dancing. Like, if you do not cooperate in school. So, like, don't worry, I pretty much cooperate all the time, I feel. Like, I never really argue with my parents too much. Like, I feel like, really, like, the only argument that I feel like me and my dad have, or it wasn't even really an argument, it was a disagreement on something that we have had. And I, like, or at least lately, is JoJo. The disagreement was that, like, my dad brought up how, like, JoJo's, like, getting older, how she has to, like, switch to an older audience, or else, like, it's the only way she's gonna, like, keep growing, like, followers and stuff like that, and I disagreed and said no. She can be for all ages for the rest of her life. We disagreed on that, but and JoJo can make it work. I feel like she's really good at, like, that sort of thing. But anyways, like, we never really just, but the point is that, like, I don't know, but so now whenever I, like, start to work on a song, I DM it to, like, one of my I usually DM it to, like, his account, like, I'll, like, DM myself, like, stuff, and that way I can, like, go into my DM and, like, have the song, that sort of thing. And it's really fun. I feel like I enjoy it way more. And also that works because a lot of the time, my best thinking is later, like, during the evening, or, like, later during the night. And I literally have my phone on, like, I literally have, like, my phone. So it works perfectly. If we, like, don't worry, like, there's rules with it, like, I can't be on my phone too late at night. But, like, my parents let me go on my phone for a little bit, because of the fact that my mom likes going to bed really, really early. Like 7:30. So anywhere between, like 7:30 through 8, like, is usually, like, the timing she wants to go to bed. But then, And because of that, and she realizes, like, that's kind of unfair to me because I'm 16 and in, like, 6 months I'll be 17. So, like, she realizes, like, how unfair it is to me. So, like, she lets me, like, go on my phone and stuff. We, like, have a rule that, like, it's quiet time where, like, I can, like, be awake and going on my phone. I just can't make a lot of noise or make really any noise. It's like, I can just go on my phone and stuff, like, quietly. And stuff. So it works out, like, well. And the reason she doesn't want me making a lot of noise is because she's asleep and she doesn't want to get woken up rudely, like, unless it's like an emergency or something. But anyway, like, we haven't had one of them yet, and that I'm aware of, or at least lately. I don't know. Like, I don't keep track of that sort of stuff too much. But anyways, like that sort of thing. So, like, anyways, at night is when I do, like, my best, like, I come up with my best lyrics, I feel like. And I was gonna, like, I kind of came up with a thought. I'm like, oh, like, I can just, like, come out with the song that, like, I improv in my head. And then I realized I don't remember any of the lyrics. I just kind of remember the concept, which is what the song actually can be about. And I decided chances are since I don't know when I'm going to be finished with this, like, it's a lot, like to, like, write an entire song, and also memorize the song. Actually, I'm going to try to memorize the song, but, like, if I can't fully memorize it by the time that I'm ready to actually, like, record the song, then it's fine because I have my phone, like, it's no big deal, and I'm, like, voice recording the song, so it's, like, not a big deal, and I can memorize it afterwards. And the reason I'm trying to, like, memorize it is because I like, memorize certain parts of some of my other songs. Sorry. Yeah, I had an itch. I'm, like, trying to get. Okay, I got it. But, like, I don't, like, if you ask me, like, like, give you all the lyrics for one of my songs, just one of them, I can't give you all the lyrics. I, like, have to go back to, like, the paper or, like, wherever I put them, and, like, memorize them. Here. You want to come? Okay. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I love you. I love you. My PP. Apparently he's gonna be the center of this video. The center of attention right now. In my heart. I love you. See, I'm a happy boy. Boy, I'm happy 90% of the time. That other 10% of the time, it's me usually only trying to beg for food or something and then not getting it. And then eventually, sometimes I get it. Or it's me trying to get on my grandma's lap and, like, lay down and then she's busy trying to sew or something. You went down, baby. Or right here. But anyways, I decided, you know what, like, I don't know, like, when, if Bella's gonna, like, come, like, stay with us or something, like, for, like, spring or summer. And I kinda don't know when I'm gonna see Bella. Next. I, like, know that, like, eventually we'll see each other, don't know when. And so I made the decision that I'm gonna choreograph like 2 sections. I'm gonna choreograph a little bit, and I'm like a partner like duet sort of moment, and that way if like it happens to where like I get to film it with Bella, like we can have like a duet moment or two, and then I'll like the rest of it is just gonna be improv. It's catching a vibe and exploding in a good way. It's like almost been like a bunch of paint and like a bunch of like balloons full of paint like explode, and at first you're not sure if it's gonna be good or not, and it finally you realize that it's good. Like it turns out to be one of the best artworks ever, but you're not sure at first. Like, I don't know how to explain, but exploding in a good way. And so, yeah. Don't worry, nothing's actually gonna explode. It's just gonna be improv. It's just gonna be dance. Like, don't worry. Peace out. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications.